Hi pals, in today's lesson, we're going to be solving the second question we were given as a take home in our previous lesson on balancing simple Redox equations. In our previous lesson, we looked at the solution of the very first question, and I'm very sure that a couple of us got that very first question right. So let's see how many people solved the second question right. So for those that are seeing this very question for the first time, and you want to attempt this very question, you can pause this very video and try it out yourself. So let's dive quickly into it. Balance calcium solid plus hydrogen aqueous as H plus, both coming together to give us calcium aqueous that's 2 plus H2 hydrogen gas molecule. So how do we balance this very redox equation? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the oxidation numbers of the reactant and the product. So don't forget we're using what we call the half cell method. So calcium here is 0 oxidation number, hydrogen here is +1. Now on the product end, calcium is +2, while hydrogen here is 0. So quickly let's identify our oxidation and our reduction. So let's go. The calcium on the reactant side is this 0. Now on the product end, +2. There's an increment in oxidation number. We call this oxidation. Now if you look at the hydrogen aqueous, moved from +1 down to 0. So there's a reduction in oxidation number from +1 down to 0. This reduction. So quickly let's write out. We're going to attend first to the oxidation, and after that we attend to the reduction. So calcium here, solid, oxidized to calcium 2 plus aqueous. It's an increment in oxidation number plus from 0 down to +2. It means 2 was added to this calcium to bring about +2. So how do we do that? We're going to do that using our electron. How do we add 2 electrons to this? Don't forget to also add 2 electrons. That means you're going to minus 2 electrons. How do we mean? This 0 here, minus 2 electrons, that's 0 minus 2 times minus 1. That's 0 plus 2. So what do we have here? We have then calcium aqueous. So calcium minus 2 electron equals to calcium 2 plus aqueous. So let's see if the amount of atoms of calcium on the reactant and product, let's see if they are the same. 1 atom of calcium on this reactant end, and 1 atom of calcium on the product end. So what we are doing, this is balanced already. We're done with the very first part of it. We're done with oxidation. Everything is well set out. So let's look at the reduction. Right here we have the hydrogen aqueous. Moving down to this format, hydrogen aqueous, which is +1, then move down to 0. So there's a reduction from +1 to nothing. So that means one oxidation number was deducted. And how do we explain that? We're going to explain that using amount of electron. So we're going to take off 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 gives us 0. So how do we do that? This hydrogen here, which is plus. Now, how do we take off 1 electron? That will be plus electron like this equals to hydrogen gas here, which is what we have. So after we are done with the electron, we're going to see the atoms are balanced. Now on the reactant end, we have just 1 atom of hydrogen, while on the product end, we have 2 atoms of hydrogen. So we're going to add 2 to this place to make this become, balanced with this. 2 atoms here, now 2 has been added to this, 2 atoms. So don't forget, we also have an electron. Now this electron, 1 electron that was added, was just for 1 atom. So for the fact that we have 2 atoms, now we're going to add 2 also to this to make things balanced. So we have equation 2. Everything right here is balanced. So what are we going to do next? We're going to bring them together and then solve them simultaneously. So this calcium here, calcium solid, minus 2 electron, gives us calcium 2 plus this aqueous. Then 2 hydrogen, which is aqueous also, as you can see, plus 2 electron. Together give us hydrogen gas. Equation 1, equation 2. So what do we do? Let's see the electrons. We're going to look for a way to eliminate the electrons now. Now the electrons here, they have the same coefficient. So this is very nice. You can just go ahead and eliminate them. Hence they have the same coefficient. Plus is minus is minus. Then we're going to add an addition here. So minus 2 electron plus 2 electron. This takes out each other. So we have calcium solid plus 2 hydrogen aqueous, then equals to this calcium here, this calcium aqueous, this then plus hydrogen gas right here. So we're done. We balanced the very second take home given to us in our previous lesson. So this is the end of this very lesson. So I'm very sure that more than a handful of people got this right. So we come to the end of this very lesson. If you've gained one or two things from this very lesson, I would like you to subscribe to this very channel at EduMosaic and also give me a follow on Facebook and Revelation Up. I also love you to share this very lesson with others. See you in the next lesson. Thanks for buying for now.